Hello people! How are you doing today? My name's Anna, I do Tuesdays on TMI and this week's topic is how to. Before I start off with my video, I'm going to give you a bit of information about our collab. So as you might have noticed, we didn't upload the last 2 weeks because we had a kind of problem because the 3 guys on our channel decided to quit the collab. So there won't be any more videos by Alex, T or Dom on this channel, and we're really sorry for that, but it's their decision, right? But here's your chance to join the collab because now we have 3 empty spaces, and if you want to fill one of those empty days, then you just watch out for our auditions because we decided to hold auditions sometime during the next few weeks. So watch out for that. Back to the original topic. Since how to is a really wide topic which requires you to think very creatively of a specific and good and interesting thing to do in a tutorial video. I kinda despaired because I'm really not creative when it comes to stuff like that. I hope this topic doesn't bore you too much because it's the best I could manage. So a while ago I went into a bookstore and came across this little book over here. How to be German in 50 Easy Steps. I am in fact from Germany, unlike everyone else on this channel because they're all Kiwis. And I love stereotypes, so I thought it'd be a nice thing to, get to know the stereotypes this British author listed in this book. I think he lived in Germany for a few years, or at least it says that in the book. And yeah, to tell you whether they're true or not, before even having a look at that little book, I want to tell you one thing myself. So, if you've ever had the fortune, or misfortune, that's yours to decide, to run into an English-speaking German who grew up in the DDR, if you don't know what that is, I'll put a link to the Wikipedia article up there. Then you might have noticed their extremely strong and typical German accent, which kind of sounds like this. So we even have teachers in my school, English teachers, who speak like that, and some of the students do too. So that's what a really bad German accent sounds like. Right, so number 1 in this book and number 2 on the whole German list, speak German. Obviously you have to speak German if you want to be German. You can't learn German in a matter of weeks. Probably can't even learn it in a matter of years because first of all the grammar is really hard. Like we have 3 different genders for nouns, female, male and neutral, and there's absolutely no room for that. The most confusing thing actually is that a boy in German, der Junge, is male, but a girl in German, das Mädchen, is actually neutral, which doesn't make any sense. And if that grammar wasn't enough, we also have really big, complicated words. So if you want to have the pleasure of wrapping your tongue around words like Hubschrauber, Abführmittel, Schwangerschaftsverhütungsmittel or Streicheleinheiten, then well, good job! You just decided to learn the right language. Number 2. Drink Apfelsaftschorle. Apfelsaftschorle translates to apple juice spritzer. I just had to look that word up because I've never used it in English. And is this. Pretty much every German likes Apfelschorle. This is really weird because I always assume it's just normal to drink it. By the way, if you don't know what it is, it's just apple juice mixed with carbonated water, and it's really yummy. I'm really curious, do you drink Apfelsaftschorle in your country, wherever you live? Do you even know what it is? Because I always thought everybody drank it.
Number 3, know your potatoes.
So, it's actually true about the potatoes. Like, we eat heaps of potatoes in Germany. I don't really like them that much. I'm more kind of a pasta fan. But my mom, for example, loves them. She could probably eat them every day. So, in this book, I actually found a list of stuff with potatoes because I can't just produce from my memory. So, there we go. Salzkartoffeln, they're just normal potatoes cooked in salt water. Bratkartoffeln, fried potatoes. Kartoffelbrei, mashed potatoes, I think. Kartoffelpuffer, and they're just kind of like mashed potatoes in flats and then frying them. Then Kartoffelklöße, they're kind of like made out of mashed potatoes. You kind of form balls and then boil them. And so much more. So I won't really get into more detail right there, but just let me tell you there are around 50 or 100 different ways to eat potatoes in Germany.
Number 4, drink Bionade by Bio.
Right, so the bit bio in the word Bionade translates to organic, and Bionade is it's kind of a lemonade, which you can get in ginger, berries, lychee, stuff like that, but they pretty much always taste the same. I like it myself, but I don't really get what it is about the taste because it doesn't even taste that good, but it's still just everybody drinks it. I don't know why. I just went down to the fridge and grabbed some of them. So there's organic milk, organic eggs, and organic yogurt, that stuff, and it's true that Germans tend to buy organic stuff, and usually organic stuff tastes better than non-organic stuff. So yeah, that's another true stereotype.
Number 5, Fenster auf Kipp.
So apparently this is a thing only Germans do. It's just like Apfelsaftschorle. I've never really thought about it, but now that I do, in New Zealand or in England, I don't think you actually do the windows, like kip the windows. I really don't know what the German translation is, so I'm just going to show you what it is. So Germans really want to have fresh air in their room all the time, and I really want to know if you don't do that in your country, if you're not from Germany, in the comments, please.
Number 6, hate Bavaria.
Germany is divided into different federal states, and Bavaria is one of the southern, I think it's probably the most southern federal state of Germany, and this is where most of the actual German stereotypes come from. You know, like eating Weißwurst, wearing Lederhosen and Dirndl, eating Schnitzel and sausages, and you know, all of that stuff. Drinking beer, for instance. And I think all of those stereotypes that actually only go for Bavarian people and not even for all of the Bavarian people are the reason why the rest of Germany doesn't really like Bavaria.
Number 7, fahre schwarz.
One of the typical German stereotypes is that we always obey the rules, and this is a very nice example that this is not true, because Schwarzfahren means using public transport without paying for it, although you're supposed to pay for it. In pretty much every town we have trams and buses. We don't have electronic tickets, but instead we actually do have those. and there are little machines in the trams, and then you have to stick those tickets in them, and then they give them this nice little stamp. Then you're officially legally using the public transport. But because you can just enter a train without one of those tickets or without putting it into the machine, it's really easy to just not pay for public transport, and that's what a lot of people do. Another German thing, you can cheat on German public transport. Yay!
Number 8. Failed sarcasm.
This is a very widely known stereotype about Germany that is not true, right? I love sarcasm. It's my favorite kind of humor, and my friends and I, we're always saying sarcastic things to each other. That's how we make each other laugh, and we are German, right? So we do understand sarcasm and we do use it.
Number 9. Watch Dinner for One on New Year's Eve.
Favorite TV show on New Year's Eve? Probably every single freaking German watches it. And you can watch it on a loop. It's on a loop for the whole of New Year's evening. I'm just going to put a link down here, like in the description box, and one up here so you can click it right now. And go and watch it because it's just so funny.
The final one, number 10. Hate Schlager, know every word.
Unfortunately, that goes for me as well, for a bit. So, Schlager are kind of like German oldies, like really, really old oldies, and I'm just going to put one of them on right now. Here we go. So, not every German, like, I'm not talking about the elderly, just talking about like my generation. Every time one of those songs comes on, we go, oh, I hate them, I hate Schlager, oh, they're disgusting, ooh, 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 ooh. But then, after a while, everybody starts to sing along. Because, mysteriously, everybody knows the words. If I'm in the right mood, I do actually sing along. And I do say I hate them, I mean, I really do hate them. But still, if I'm in the right mood, I might sing along, and this is just so weird. And it's so German. It's so German. That's it about German stuff, and as you might notice, I am talking in this horrible German accent again. So you can have a little bit of Germanness for the rest of the video. So let's come to an end now. Tomorrow you should come back and watch Em's video, because she is still uploading on this channel, as is Lily. It's about it from me, Lily. So this is it from me. Watch out for the collab, and I hope you have a really, really, really nice week and a nice evening or morning or day, in whatever time zone you're in. And goodbye, or as you say in German, tschüss.